We are live.
Welcome back to our GURPS Star Wars Vanguard campaign. I am Rigil Kent, your GM for tonight.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey.
Hiya.
Did the GM cut off?
I don't know. Hello?
Seems like the GM cut off.
Yes,
If he was saying
does.
things, he cut off.
Can you hear me?
We
Nope.
could
Yep.
just then.
Well, it's going to be like that, I guess. Let's start over and keep track of that thing. Welcome back to our GURPS Star Wars Vanguard campaign. I am Rigil Kent, your GM for tonight. This campaign will be utilizing the GURPS 4E rules, but is set in the Star... God dang it, it's doing it again.
Yeah, you should make it stop doing it.
Well, I have ordered another mouse to, fix that issue, but they're taking their sweet time getting it here.
Oh, is that the one that was shipping from Ireland?
No. Trying to figure out why my button is not cooperating. It's my control, and I have to, apparently not talk much. Insert standard intro. All right. Before we begin, FX Engineer, do you have any business for Bosco?
Nope. Nothing for today.
Nosh, who will be, out after this week for a while. Do you have any business for Darryl?
No, I'm just gonna hoard those points.
The nerve. Pendragon, do you have any business for Red?
Yep. I used the 2 experience points we've got from last session, and I've added Jarrock, and what else did I add? And grenade launcher for skills. I'm thinking about going for artillery as well, but well, I'll think about it.
Nice. Ronky, do you have any business for Loophole?
At this point, the only character business was the addition of some equipment. I added some shape charge warheads and EMP warheads.
Nice. Eagerman, do you have any business for Nim?
Nothing new at this moment.
Sweet. All right, so now I gotta try to figure out how to. Give me just a second. Let's hear it for having the absurdly large screen so I can relocate something and be able to monitor it more closely. Okay, so as we ended last session, 3 of you were in Hobbs' Cantina, where you were interacting with good old Hobbs himself. Exactly as Nim had stated, once you got up there, he said that he wanted you to, if you wanted some assistance, he's going to need you to whack some dudes. The 3 people present were Nim, Loophole, and Red. Oh yeah, I probably should have done a quick recap. Last week, the previous session, we had a training simulation, and then the PCs learned that the former senior military commander of the Empire here on Fantine Major Vandergraff had disappeared and had a bounty out on her. Man, something has resized all of my images.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Going to be one of those days. Yes, and the Luck, who was previously injured, was basically told the PCs, "We want her. We want to capture her and interrogate her." Fortunately, the slags, the lower level, the slums of the city itself, is currently swarming with a whole bunch of bounty hunters who are apparently looking for her. So the team basically sort of semi-split up with three of you, Nim, Red, and Loophole, heading to the cantina to try to streetwise it, while Darryl and Bosco remained at the secret headquarters. I don't know what Darryl was doing, but Bosco was reaching out to contacts. What was Darryl doing?
Oh, well, Drill will be doing what he does best is downtime, grooming, but also plotting quick getaways.
I have this mental image of this Wookiee standing in front of a really tall mirror, just preening and with a comb.
Absolutely. It's a big comb, too.
You imagine how long it takes to hair dry that thing?
I know, right? But Nim, Loophole, and Red observed the danger of the city, or how the Imperials are all over the place. They're definitely got the tightening the grip somewhat. And when they entered the cantina, they saw Hobbs in conversation with Mirielin. That's a green chick. It didn't seem like a particularly good interaction. And she was clearly escorted by two very large bearbells. And at that point, I believe it was Nim who said, I bet he's going to tell us to kill these guys. And that was a prophecy, because as soon as you get over there, Hobbs is going to say, you, good. I have some work for you. I need you to kill those two bearbells. And now, back to you guys.
The bounty wasn't that much.
Where'd your
It's-
accent go?
My brain is still warming up. I'm trying to process dialogue. Sure that girl's whereabouts are worth killing for? The bounty isn't that high.
I don't care about the bounty. You're looking for this Vandergraff lady. I will be able to find out where she is, and you whack those two bearbells for me, and just the bearbells, mind you. I'm trying to send a statement, not start a war. But once they're dead, I can get you the info you're looking for.
What's the statement you're trying to send?
They'll know the statement I'm trying to send. And then he's going to look at Loophole again, with damn it. Going to look at Loophole again with something of a frown and like, huh? Okay, another one.
There's still a
All
few
right,
of us
well.
getting around.
I guess if we come back with pictures of it done, I guess we got a deal then.
So, quick question. Two of you, I believe, Nim and Red, both have a pacifism.
Yeah, not to harm innocents. Just innocents.
You don't know a damn thing about these Barabels.
Yeah, I'm trying to process that.
But then again, they're in a seedy bar talking to a seedy person, and they look seedy.
Well, yeah, so Hobbs is definitely an underworld streetwise guy, and they were dealing with him, therefore they're probably underworld streetwise people. However,
They weren't dealing with him.
well, they're in a position that makes it look an awful lot like they're probably bad people. But so was I at one point.
Doesn't mean I wouldn't kill you.
Well, but it probably meant I wasn't really innocent at the time, in that particular frame. But never minding that. No, so I had said before we took off here that if we go talk to Hobbs, he's going to ask for something, and so
Lo
at
and
this
behold.
point, I would report back to Luck and say, "This is what he's asking for. You want to go ahead with it? Is it worth that?"
Not going to be
And
talking to Luck. You're going to be talking to the Bosco.
yeah, well, yeah, Bosco, okay, right. So I'll be talking to Bosco. So he wants us to kill a couple of guys. They're probably bad.
Okay, so you're going to head back. Are you going to head back, or are you going to try to reach out to him via comm?
Well, I've got to call him. I may as well. I'm planning to call him. Unless there's a good reason not to. I don't know if...
Depends on
just
how
thinking it through.
paranoid you are, I guess.
I don't know how paranoid I am. I should probably be fairly paranoid given that I'm part of a resistance. Let's make this in person.
All right. So
I think we need to
meanwhile,
go back and tell the boss.
back at the warehouse, or under the warehouse, Bosco is waiting for Kalen Bree to get back in touch with him. He has sent the coded transmission that is basically need to talk and whatever it is. Gorilla is over there combing himself again.
So Darrell will look over and query what's up.
Who is he querying?
Bosco.
I wasn't the one that sent the message, but are you just querying me?
Just querying you. What's this all about?
He's like, question mark, be more specific.
What's the signal about that we just received?
I missed it. What signal? I know that Nim was Nim. Did you send something out? I lost it. Sorry.
Nope. It's I don't know what the thing was called, the transmitter that you were using to contact Bree is going to chirp and start spitting out a stream of beeps and chimes that is basically code.
The transmitter that I sent out a
Yeah.
message to Bree.
Yeah, that's how you are.
And everybody else got that, or that only I did?
I think you're the only one that has the transmitter. Translation, you're the only one with the contact.
I guess what I'm saying is, I'm just wondering what Daryl's trying to ask me.
Just wondering what all that chirping's all about.
Oh, you're sitting next to me and you're hearing it, is what you're saying.
I presume so.
Oh, okay. Well, sorry, I got mixed up. I thought something got sent to the whole group or something, and that's what we were talking about. I don't know. I must be or it looks like I'm getting something from Bree. Is this how I normally get signals like this, right? So I probably have to put it through some sort of decoder or something,
Yep.
or is this different?
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm like, looks like we got a response from Bree. Let me see if I can get this decoded. So I don't know what I typically do. Do I have like a passcode or one-time pad or something like that?
I think we'll probably just say you do the thing.
I do the thing. Yeah. I do the thing. And yeah, I mean, if there's nobody, we're in a secure spot, I'll read that out loud so that Daryl and the team can hear.
Yeah, you guys are still in the underground, the headquarters, so to speak. Underground warehouse underneath one of the abandoned warehouses.
Yep. So what's the message say?
All right, let's see if this will work. Hey, it did. So you decode it, and because you specifically asked about Vandergraaf. And it sends the intel limited on target, few known associates. Data intercepts indicate target is attempting to work around existing command structure. Attached dossier, and the zone is too hot for additional activity on this end. Voila is the dossier.
Just a bit of a side note while that's loading. We had last session an issue with the damage where it was like 6D plus 15 times 3 or something like that.
Right.
If you put the plus amount after the times, it works. So if it's 6D plus 5 times 3, just do 6D times 3 plus 15.
But does that actually multiply the adds?
No, it won't multiply the adds.
Then it's not working.
Well, I just, like I've got there, in that test I did, that calculated correctly.
Right. Okay, because you pre-multiplied the addition.
Correct.
Well, that's
So,
weird.
If you do the plus afterwards, you'll have to like pre-multiply the plus, of course. But if you do it after the multiplier, then it works properly.
Anywho.
Amusing comment is I screwed up with her name. I accidentally dropped off one of the F's at the end, because it was, Graf with Vandergraaf with 2 F's. And so I just leaned into it.
Yeah, it's obviously a human that's entered this data.
Well, that was a bit of a terrestrial name, as it was anyway.
Luke is a terrestrial name.
Vandergraff is awfully specific.
Apparently, it's a Corellian name.
Anyway,
Do we
so
know
we
who
have
she murdered?
They do like their cheese in Corellia, then I think.
Do we know who
Sorry.
she murdered?
Oh, that is probably going to the when previous session Bosco contacted his one of his other contacts, and they said, she blew up or had a trap waiting for when
Right.
the stormtroopers came.
Okay, so she murdered Imperials.
Oh, that's what they're saying.
Okay, well, that does not necessarily help us find her.
It does give Bosco a bit of a hard on, though.
We don't need to know about that.
Yeah, put that thing
Daryl.
away.
Daryl walks away.
Well,
All
he's
right,
like,
so-
looks like we just got a dossier. Doesn't really help us find her.
I'm certain that the dossier in this case probably does have a bit more data, but I can't really park it on here.
Yeah, it probably has like known associates, locations where she's been known to frequent, things like that. I mean, clues that we can follow up on.
One would hope, but ironically, this one does not have any listed known associates. It probably does have a personality profile. I was trying to figure out whether I wanted to do that there
Right.
instead of the career highlights. Where are we whoops. Well, that seems to
What?
be something of an error.
We're a very inclusive group here.
That's an
feel like I
oversight on
missed
my
something.
part. He is pointing to the gender. I failed to change it from male to female.
Another
No
data
judgment.
entry issue.
Yep.
Oops.
They need to fire that guy. But with regards to her personality profile, she's listed as, very, very competent, very professional, very loyal. So when you look at that and then compare it to all of the charges, they definitely don't seem quite right.
Yeah. And we had established last time that we never actually interacted with her
No.
previously.
You probably saw her on hollows and stuff like that of whenever they're doing the Sec War, is doing a debriefing or something like that. But beyond that, no, you have not personally interacted with her.
Okay, well, at some point, the other crew's going to return to the warehouse, and we can combine information.
Yep.
Not that we have any. We don't actually have anything on the Barabels either. I probably should have gotten some information about who that was he was talking to.
He would have probably told you that doesn't matter. Just focus on the Barabels.
Right, well, we have to actually find them.
I'm wondering, does anybody have, when you guys get back, Bosco be like, does anybody have intelligence analysis And we can kind of like put all these clues as inputs and see if we can spit out an answer.
I don't think any of us actually have that, do we?
The only thing I know how to do is explode things, basically. So no.
Gluck had it.
I was trying to remember if somebody had it.
Well, that was
Drill doesn't.
mostly handled by our Jedi generals.
Gluck had it. Has it. Whatever.
Well, looking at her record here, Bosco's inclined to take her side, anyways, and
Maybe. Well, she is listed as a very loyal Imperial.
I was gonna say but she's betrayed, but maybe she wants to vindicate herself, and she's still hardcore imperialist.
Yeah, I think it's probably a situation where she's really more interested in getting back in than
Then like
switching
revenge.
sides.
Yeah.
If you ask me, I think it's a setup.
Yeah, maybe.
I could see that.
She's a career officer. She doesn't throw away a lifetime on mere silly stuff.
Yeah, that's it. By the end of this campaign, we should all have paranoid.
Yeah.
But let's flush her out. We can find out what she knows. And hopefully it doesn't put us in hot water.
Does anybody have common sense?
Nope.
Absolutely not.
I'm
I
trying
have
to think if
serendipity.
I've ever seen a PC take common sense, because it's
I
like
know we have.
don't do it. Don't do it because it's more funny otherwise, if you don't.
I have serendipity. Could she just suddenly walk in the main door going, "Oh, I thought
Hell
this
to the
was
no.
abandoned"? Damn it.
Ooh.
Yeah, if the GM was reluctant to allow you to have that, that is probably exactly why. Okay.
Okay, so do we have any ideas? Oh, you guys haven't relayed the information from the cantina either.
Well, we are in the process of relaying that. So Bosco is informed of the deal that will be required to get Hobbs information, whatever that is. And Bosco's actually had to deal with Hobbs before. He knows how this works.
I legitimately could not remember who it was that dealt with him last time.
Well, he may not have dealt with him directly, but he dealt with him indirectly. Although I think he probably talked to him at least once.
He was that guy. Oh my god, I'm trying to remember. I don't
What did he
remember.
make us do? Right. We should also not forget that bounty hunter guy was around here too.
Sweet.
All right, can you recap? So he wants you to kill 2 people in exchange for giving you information on Major Vandergraaf.
So Hobbs was talking to someone who was trying to buy him out, and she had 2 Barabel's bodyguards, and he wants us to take them out as a message.
I guess 2 questions. One is, did he give you any information I mean, obviously he probably told you who they were. So on their faction, and then what's your thoughts? Like, how did you feel about, was he trying to like screw with us or
Oh,
legit?
I do not know who they are. I don't actually know who the chick was, although I suspect it shouldn't be too hard to find out. And as to my feelings on those particular individuals, I really have no idea, except that they're hanging out with underworld types and doing underworldly things. So chances are they're just hired thugs, and they're probably bad people. But they're also
Not
Barabels,
innocent.
and they're going to be really hard to kill.
So this is an in-game information that some of the players may actually, or the players are probably not aware of, but the characters would definitely do. The Barabels have a negative reputation. It's like -4 racial as savages.
Ah,
Doesn't necessarily
Makes
mean that they're all like that, but everybody believes it of them.
indeed. That's not how I remember them looking, but whatever.
I could not get it to make the face right.
Yeah, good enough, I guess.
Yep.
Yeah, so at this point, given the intel that we have currently, it's going to be easier to find the Barabels than it probably is to find Vandergraaf.
And he said that he knows where Vandergraaf is in
He
exchange
seemed
for
to
this.
indicate that he did. Or could.
Well, at this point, I think it's our best lead. But my days of blindly following orders are long behind me.
Mm-hmm.
I say we round these people up, find out who they are, and then decide whether we're going to carry out Hobbs' request.
Probably worth establishing that we will also inform Bosco that there is a lot of competition for this particular bounty we're after.
Um, I guess from Bosco, you guys would know like he's he doesn't consider himself an assassin. Now, if capturing a bounty is a totally valid profession, he's okay with that. But he's not an assassin. So I think he's kind of agreeing with what Ronki's saying.
Who's wrong?
We're not going to go in.
Loophole.
Sorry, loophole. He's like, yeah, I agree with loophole here. Like, I personally don't feel comfortable assassinating anyone just on somebody's word, especially Hobbs. But definitely capture, interrogate, and go from there. I'm good with that. What do you guys?
Yeah,
What's the rest of the team think?
Nim's not going to be on board with just sniping these guys from the shadows, but if their reputation is anything to go by, if we look at him the wrong way, it may be self-defense.
Yeah, I'm the noob here, so I'll just follow you guys. You guys have the context, which I don't for the time being.
Yeah, maybe up to you to actually do the damage here.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. Why don't you like blow them up? Huh?
May not have a choice.
Mad bomber that bombs at midnight.
That's it.
On the other hand, toting a grenade launcher around town is going to be a little awkward.
I was thinking
Okay,
about
so
something more discreet, like a well-placed shake charge, where they go to sleep or something.
Shape charges are not discrete.
Well, to carry around.
At any rate, only thing I could think of would be to use Streetwise to find out who the chick was, and then therefore track down where the guards might be. I know we got multiple people with Streetwise.
Who's
Do we?
generally considered our best?
Think it's Nim.
I've got a 14, but I think Nim's got all kinds of bonuses on that one.
I think I'm technically 16, so I think Bosco is the backup.
All right, so Loophole will turn to Nim. So, do you have any friends that you can ask? People that you still trust?
Everybody I trusted is working the mines now. And he looks at all of you.
That took me a second.
So technically, Streetwise, do I actually know who that chick was?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, in that case, Nim would probably be checking around to see who else she might have been trying to buy out. Which, oh god, could actually include the scrapyard.
Okay, yeah. So, in that case, did it cut out?
Yep.
Yep.
Ask for a Streetwise check. I wonder what the hell's going on.
I will do that while you sort that out. Box?
Yes, please.
Right.
Give me a second. I'm gonna change the batteries on my keyboard. If that ends up being what the problem was, I am never buying these batteries again because these are new. Okay, does it identify how long a Streetwise check actually takes?
I don't think there's a baseline set.
If you wanted to like look that kind of stuff up, there's the social engineering has the one for searching for people, searching for things. You know, some of
Ah,
them are a day or a
That's
week.
true.
That might help.
I think the normal is a week.
I guess whatever fits the plot, we can go with that. If you didn't want to look it up.
yeah, let's see. All right, so I'm going to say you are going to venture out and start asking, making some inquiries.
Is it possible to do a assisted roll? What do you call those? Complimentary roll?
Yeah, you can go out with him and do the same. In which case, give me another streetwise test in the dice tower, please. To Bosco. From Bosco. That's interesting. I think they changed something on the UE where if you roll into the box, it's actually using my dice instead of whatever yours are assigned as.
Huh.
Okay. So the two of you are making discreet inquiries, ducking various Imperial patrols, observing bounty hunter types, also doing the same thing, except they're more interested in the missing woman.
It's like a scavenger hunt.
It's kind of like a
everybody's
scavenger.
playing.
Needless to say, because of all of the people that are asking questions, pretty much everybody that you run into are already tired of it. And even though you're like, no, we don't care about that person.
Well,
We're
we do,
asking
but
about a different person. Let's see. So, it's probably about 4 hours total with you moving around, ducking stuff, talking to people. But you will definitely get a several of the people like, yeah, I've seen that lady and the green lady, the Murielin, and her Barabels. They're over there in the Spaceport Hotel complex. I think they've been around for a week or so.
huh? Outsiders?
Yep.
Okay, well, that gives us something. I suppose we can go check in at the hotel and see if they're wandering around or something.
Well, if they're in the Spaceport Hotel, I think that's in what is it called? A high side, high town. I don't
Not
remember
in this
exactly.
particular place, no. They're still here in the Slags.
Okay, so the Slag's part of the Spaceport, or the Slag's Spaceport.
Which conveniently has a pin.
Yeah, there's lots of stuff that has pins.
Right, so she's not a high roller. Yeah, so we can go by the hotel and look around.
Is it just the two of you?
Are we together?
Loophole will go, but he'll stay on the streets as backup in case shit happens.
I have a question. Is it on the table blowing them up while they're asleep? Because if it is, I might want to go to just assess the place and see how much explosive should I use.
You're going to be an interesting character.
Yeah.
I will say that
Let's hope.
Bosco will not give you that direct order. However, he's not babysitting and or micromanaging you, so you know what I
Well,
mean.
to be fair here, Nim wasn't planning on doing the deed right away. He's just wanting to see if he can ID them and where they are. And and maybe get a sense of what they're up to.
I'll go. I'll go. I'll just have a look at the room, just in case we decide to do the right thing, which is blow them up. I'll
Uh-huh.
know how much explosives to use.
Red, I'd suggest that we're a little bit more discreet. For now, some of these people like us. They might not like us so much if we start blowing things up.
Well, I hate that you have a point.
What about Darryl?
Good question. How do I walk around here without getting attention?
Shame.
Stay
Dye
on the
your hair
streets with
white.
me.
Wear a lot of clothes.
Well, I guess I was thinking I would, I would probably hang out with Loophole.
Do we know much about this hotel? Have we seen it before?
Yeah, you guys live in the slags.
All right. So, is there there's a main entrance? Is there a back entrance?
Yeah, there's going to be multiple entrances.
So Loophole will turn to Darryl. Perhaps you can stay at that back entrance, the one near the alley. Not many people go there. You should be. It should be easy to stay unseen.
Darrell nods and heads that direction.
All right. Do.
Seeing all these little characters running around. That's
Yeah,
funny.
I'm just sort of shoving them in the general direction. Okay, yeah. So this is it. It is a fairly old, but pretty large hotel complex thing. But like far too much of the slags that is in dire need of repair and upkeep. As you get up there, you will see that the hollow that they have that is used to indicate whether they have any vacancies is indicating that they are chock full.
Okay.
Which, now you think about it, you got a whole bunch of bounty hunters, and you got a even larger number of people who have been kicked out of the upper parts of the city. So, what is your approach here? How are you planning on doing it? Going in through with this.
I think somebody needs to be Overwatch. Maybe cover our 6 and our retreat if we need to.
Well, that's currently Loophole and Darryl. We're outside on the street watching the entrances and exits.
And
It's
maybe
probably worth asking if Red has any ability to blend and or socialize.
Well, I have quite good fast talk. I also have stealth.
Okay. Didn't seem like a thing he'd be good at, but
Yeah. I just popped 1 point in each, just in case.
And remember, he has the absurdly high IQ.
that's true.
Yeah.
So as far as Nim's plan goes, and I don't know if Busco had anything in mind, but Nim's just going to go up to counter and say, "Hey, you got any rooms open?" Even though he knows very well that they don't have any rooms open. he's going to be that customer.
Yeah. I mean, that sounds like a good plan. Bosco's got the diplomacy, fast talk, social skills, charisma. So that's a good approach for him as well.
I just don't know how to broach the question about Mirulon, the Mirulon.
Bribes. That's how you broach it.
I was going to say bribes and
Well, that's true.
Look, what's that over there? And then you start typing away on her computer.
And conveniently, bribes came up last time. And we spun that up.
Nice.
Right. And money came up at some point. No, apparently I have currency. Don't know where it came from.
Probably rolled somebody in the back alleys. Took it off some dead imps.
It looks like we may have gotten paid at some point and then split it. Or is that? No, that's
also,
pay.
Yeah, there was some PCs that previously had actual jobs.
Yeah, I think that's when we were masquerading as working. Well, that's good. At least I have somebody. Yeah. So it may just come down to, yeah, we'll slip them some cash and ask about that person.
Yeah, if that's what you want to do, then go for it.
Well, I believe it's streetwise to establish that sort of thing.
Okay, is it?
That would make sense.
To bribe somebody and not do it badly.
By the you may substitute an influence roll against streetwise for any reaction made in an underworld or bad neighborhood situation. The
okay.
slags are all bad neighborhood.
Well, that's true. Okay, I'm just going to put a day's income on that, unless Bosco wants to fork over some more. I guess he's helping, so.
yeah, I think we can bump it up to the next level.
Is
I can help as
this
well. I have quite a bit of
money? Is it? What is it? Is it based off the cost of living?
Yeah, it's percentages of, I think, off of their income, their monthly income.
So
So
is
like,
that
their status, so it'll be affected by their status. If they're like a higher status, they would have a higher income.
Income doesn't actually relate to status, but I
What about wealth?
think.
Well, it's based from their perspective. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
Like
you're generally in the right direction. Yeah.
Because a day's income in the slags might be less than
Well, that's true.
listed due to wealth.
Or lack thereof.
At any rate, so if Bosco is going to assist, then he should probably start with that.
All right, so you mean, okay, you mean my assistance role? Yeah, let's you're gonna use which skill? Or are you
Streetwise?
doing it? You're using streetwise. Okay.
Unless told otherwise.
What I could do is a diplomacy complementary roll to make sure that we're we're on the right track. We're not offending. Like, hey, kind of like put the money out on the table, the creds, give them a look, suggest what we're going to be asking for, and kind of gauge the reaction. You know what I mean? Like, if we see like a favorable, like, yeah, that's going to work, then continue on down that path. I mean,
Yeah,
that's
that
how I
sounds
kind of
fine.
that's kind of how I envision my complimentary role. Kind of like sweeten it up a little bit. Yeah, so I was sort of right on that bribe. It's based on their monthly pay. Yeah, so I mean, I don't know if you want to like really keep track of all the money and all that, but because I got plenty of money. All right, so doing a diplomacy. And you want me to do it in the box?
No, you can do it in the open. That's fine. You're going to know if you fail.
Success by 8.
That's a pretty darn good roll.
Wow.
I mean, yeah, so I'm giving Nim basically a +1 to his roll, to his skill.
All right. What bribe level are you working?
I'm gonna go with the +2.
+2. Okay. So we'll assume that. And shot. Well, if I got that, ought to cover it.
By 7. Okay, so the very tired-looking lady that's working there, she's got some like kind of old burns on her face. That's clearly where she was caught out in the rain. You sidle up there. You do some of the chatting, slide some money there, and she is apparently a Jedi because she can make those things just simply disappear. Now, what is the actual question that you are attempting?
The ultimate question here is A, is that person here, and B, what is their identity?
Yes, the person is in the suite, the penthouse suite, such as it is here, and has been here for about a week and a couple days, and paid for 2 weeks in advance.
Okay.
It basically sounds like she's got the whole floor to herself.
Identification? Who is she?
She's listed as Tigar Ilion. No origin point specified, just listed as visiting.
Okay. Take it she's not important enough to have an image.
Damn it, that didn't work like I wanted it to. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh. I was going to say. So I guess I was thinking the right direction. I don't think I'd ever actually heard the name of that particular race. Or seen it spelled.
Can we Google her?
What's that faction?
That's a really good question. You don't know.
Okay, but she's an off-worlder. And she's buying up criminal businesses here, I presume. I'm assuming that is the conclusion we came to based on who has interacted with her.
Yes, with
I have
caveats.
I have current affairs business, which I think kind of goes more along the lines of legitimate business affairs.
Might
Uh-huh.
overlap.
Do you
It
think
might
I might be able
overlap.
to
Yeah.
see if I recognize
Yeah.
her?
Go ahead and make a roll at a -2.
Oh, I rolled in the box.
Okay, that's fine.
Well, it's an information skill, so it's supposed to be in the box normally.
Yep.
Now I have to look that up to remind myself how the hell current affairs actually works.
Well, I think if it's just a relevant specialty, then that's names and.
This is the ability to assimilate quickly whatever qualifies as news in your world and recall it as needed. Okay.
Like, is any of her buying up these organizations tied to any legitimate business, like as a front or blah 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 blah? You know, I don't know, something like that.
So, this is the way I'm gonna do it. You succeeded on the check, and based off the fact that you were also involved in the original Streetwise, where you're asking about her and such like that, it does occur to you, Bosco, that every one of the businesses that she was like, engaged in, conversing, was linked back to Hobbs in some capacity.
Interesting.
I wonder if she knows where Vandegraff is.
All right.
One more last question. Can you remind Bosco his relationship with Hobbs? Is it just strictly business? Do I care if one way or the other, maybe I want to go support Tigar and not Hobbs? You know what I mean? Like this, what's his
I
background
think
there?
our relationship with Hobbs was always a bit antagonistic.
That mostly tracks with my memory as well. Ronki, do you have any insight?
Yeah.
Like, I don't
it's
have
about
any
that.
loyalty towards him. Another question.
No, you don't have any loyalty towards him. And
Like,
he
you might want
has
to
no
punch him in the
particular
face.
loyalty towards you. If the price is right, he'll probably sell you out. Unless he can utilize you.
All right. I'm gonna give. We've been together for a while now. Nim, hopefully he knows what I mean. I kind of give him the look at him about the barkeep, or I'm sorry, not the barkeep, the hostess, whatever. Really, like I always ask for his like thoughts on, hey, what do you think? Do you think this is legit? Is she lying to us? That kind of a questioning look. Like, do
Well, I
you think
feel like
she's gonna go and betray us? Like, we're gonna walk off and she's gonna call Tigger and we're gonna be like blown up.
Depends who's bribing her.
Yeah, she doesn't really know us, as far as I know, and because I don't know her, and we gave her money. I don't see why she would turn us over suddenly, unless Tigar happened to be giving her a lot more money, and I don't know why she would do that.
Hey, if anybody comes asking for me tell them what they want to know and then call me.
While the two of you are like, standing there for, interacting with her, her console sort of thing is going to buzz slightly, and she's like, "Oh, one moment, I have to take this," and it's clearly, it's one of the rooms. Is like calling down, and she puts the little earpiece in there, and it's like, it's like, how can I help you? Yes. Okay. Yes. Yes. Okay. And puts it down, and she looks at Bosco and Nim and says, Mistress Ilian would like to invite you to her floor.
I give
And she
him
looks
that
a
look
little
again.
she looks a little disconcerted.
Yeah, so does Nim.
Yeah, but we can't tell with Nim. Nim could, but
I'm not sure I like the implication here. Shall we? Red, would you like an inside view so you can determine your amounts of explosives?
Well, I guess it would be rude to decline.
Exactly.
what about Darryl and Loophole? Are they like, no,
Well,
no, don't go in? Or are they like, yeah, that's the last we're ever going to see of those guys?
Of course we're going.
We'll call them up on the comm and say, guys, we've been invited up to our room, so we may be in trouble.
I didn't think that was the plan.
It was not.
Darrell's just going to start looking up in the hotel windows to see who comes falling down first.
Unless
He's
the boss...
maybe halfway expecting to see Red jump out of a window and the room behind him explode.
I wish I was carrying my explosives.
Unless the boss specifically wants us to come in, I think it's best we stay out here on the street, just to keep an eye out.
Yeah, I agree. I don't want to give up all our cards, so she obviously knows we're here. That's probably pretty simple surveillance, cameras and whatnot. But she doesn't necessarily know, although she could probably assume that you guys are out there
Yeah,
at
there are
this point.
probably a lot of assumptions she could make there. Given that she seems to be targeting Hobbs, I have no doubt she has already concluded that we are working with him.
My overconfidence is telling me we got this.
Uh-huh.
There you go. I had noticed, like I said, it's like most of you guys are overconfident.
Uh-huh.
I think
Most
Darryl
terrorists
is
are.
the only one that isn't.
Oh, let's see. I don't think Darrell is overconfident. Let's see. No, he's got a guilt complex, and he's selfish and squeamish and a workaholic. And he berserks.
I think Bosco's confident that anything happens, Darryl and Loophole will save them. He's not so sure that Red won't just blow them all up, and that'll
Well,
be at the end of that.
he doesn't have his grenades on him, so there's that.
I was going to say, in my defense, I'm packing light this time. This time, don't get used to it.
Red needs to carry like little slap charges that he can just stick on something real quick if he has to.
Pieces of chewing gum that he
Yep.
can fold together
exactly.
and say, red light, green light, and, slam him on the helicopter.
I'm thinking about lots of things. I have my workshop.
All right, well, I guess we're going up.
All right. Well, the hostess, just, sort of
Penthouse, you
points you
say?
towards the towards the nearest turbo lift, while kind of glancing around like she's trying to find something.
And then she looks back at the turbo lift, says, "Don't take that. That's broken."
No, it'll work. Pretty sure it'll work. This particular complex is only like 3 stories, so it's like the penthouse is on the 3rd floor. So it's relatively low. But it will go up, the door will open, and there will be a pair of Bearbell guards standing out there.
Oh, what a coincidence.
They sort of hiss and stuff like that and gesture toward a door.
I guess your head is almost the right size.
Crap. Just remembered I need to double check something. Do they have? Wow, they don't have. Okay, yeah. Yeah, they point to a door. It's actually probably the only actual door up here.
Knock, knock.
All right, proceed to the door. It will open with no problem, and it opens up into sort of not dining. It's almost like a living room sort of thing that actually has a exposed balcony.
I am plotting my jump out the window.
3 stories would hurt.
I could probably catch the next balcony down. I don't think
I'm
it'll work
making a
out for everybody
mental.
else, though.
The Miriulin is sitting in a chair. Sorry, go ahead, Penn.
I was just going to say I'm making a mental image of the place, just in case.
Yeah, you've probably been to hotels before. This is like I want to say higher end of medium. So it's clearly got a couple extra bedrooms and such like that. You've got sort of in-suite kitchen, but she is sitting on a chair, basically in front of the sort of couch and table and stuff like that. And she looks up and says, "Oh, do come in." And you will note that there are at least 3 other Bearbells that are present in this room.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I suspected he was going to send someone, but I would not have expected him to send rebels.
I don't like the word rebel.
Would you prefer insurgent?
I like freedom fighter.
Very good. Freedom fighter it is. I am Tigar Ilion, and I believe you are, even though he's AFK, Dr. Bosco, and I can never pronounce his last name because it's a ski name. And you would be Nimzwola?
Joa.
Apologies for the pronunciation.
Everybody gets it wrong. Don't feel bad.
And I'm not familiar with you, sir, as she looks at Red.
You can call me Red,
He's a new guy.
and I look very uncomfortable.
Very good. Please have a seat. Would you like some refreshment?
I think
I'm
I could
fine as
take
I
some
am.
calf.
And she's gonna, gesture, and one of the Barabels is going to go into the kitchen and start whipping it up.
I wasn't expecting this scene, to be honest. Cooking Bearbill.
Hey, he seems to know his. You think it's a he? It might be a she. I mean, seems to know their way around the kitchen.
Thug / barista.
She's like, now you were asking about me. Could I inquire what is your interest?
Well, as it happens, we're not really interested in you so much as information that Hobbs could get us. And in exchange, he wanted to send you a message. I think he doesn't like you snooping around his stuff.
She just sort of exhales, shakes her head, and he's like, yes, well, I was been hoping this would not return into violence, but he's
Well, the day is young.
he's proving to be an aggressively unpleasant person.
I've known him for many years, and I can tell you that he is an excessively aggressive person.
Like this information, perhaps I could find it for you if we could reach some sort of arrangement.
If it means I don't have to tussle with that guy over there, I think we could give it a shot.
She's gonna glance at the Barabel that you pointed out, and and laugh and say, "Oh yes, you certainly don't want to tussle with her."
No, what? That's a woman.
Ooh.
Barabel, grins. You think it's a grin?
I mean, she's probably quite lovely to her own species. Personally, if it's not a Duros, I kind of go for the Bith. Nice shape of the head. The mouth is a little weird sometimes, but, the black eye thing, I'd hit that.
Um, back to business.
Major Vandergraff. Local
Ah.
celebrity, if you like.
Yes, I have heard some of this. It definitely explains all the hunters.
She is quite popular at the moment.
Well, I could possibly make some inquiries and find out some information for a price, of course.
Isn't there always?
It's the nature of our times. As to the nature of this price, and she's gonna like sort of zone in. I don't want to say zone in. That's not quite right. Zero in, maybe more on Nim. She's like, before I came to Fantine, I did do some research, and I know that you have some ties to Vidal's organization, and I would like to have a very deliberate conversation going over those details.
Ah, well. I think it's fair to say I don't especially love the guy. So, have at it then.
And she goes, splendid. Just as the barista, Barabel, comes over with thing that has things of calf on it.
Excellent.
Hands them out. Really good calf. Mistress Ilian summons she's like, picks up a data pad and, pushes a button. And a couple of moments later, you will actually see a decent sized probe droid sort of thing, like come floating from outside through the balcony window. Like, excellent. And she gives it a couple of more instructions, and it will float out again.
Explains that.
Mm-hmm. A few moments later, a new droid will enter the room. Clearly, it's been summoned, but this one's actually walking, and it's some sort of protocol droid model. And she is going to begin asking Nim questions, pretty much about Hobbs and his stuff.
Reminds me.
What reminds you?
Forgot something. Figures.
That's his OPH.
I guess I didn't put that on there. He's mouthy.
Oh.
So he'll by this point he will have well, I guess he already kind of half insulted the Barabel, so that's doing its job.
Yep.
Carry on.
So what about Bosco and Red? Are they just sitting there listening quietly as she attempts to get all of the information about Hobbs's stuff in the town?
I am not even sitting down. I'm standing up, probably next to a corner, paying attention to all the bear bells, waiting for something to happen because I'm slightly paranoid.
Let's see if I blow this one up and send it flying into that one, and then they would fall out the window.
Sort of, and cursing myself for not bringing all my explosives.
Well, the Barabels seem kind of not interested. They're just sitting there doing their thing, whatever it is. Got one that is probably like keeping an eye out the window through the balcony, like he, she, it is standing there and just sort of like occasionally glancing out and watching. You've got the one that goes back into the kitchen and starts doing kitchen-y stuff. Got another one that's over there against the wall, just sitting there staring, not at you, not at anybody, but just like staring at the general area, like he or she is just watching everyone.
What kind of weapons do they have? If they have any apparent weapon?
Yeah, all of them are wearing blaster pistols, and they also have these really long, curved knives at the other side.
Okay, so not good. All right, carry on.
Okay, so what about Bosco with regards to this? Is he gonna interject anything here? Is he gonna try to find out anything, or is he just like, oh wow, Nim knows a lot about organized crime here in the Slags?
Or is he thinking about hitting on her?
He is checking her out. I was AFK, so I missed like her probably her intro to us. Um, if she said like how she knows so much about us or that whatever. Um, yeah, so I kind of missed that part. But if Nim knows what he's doing, he's perfectly fine with letting Nim do his thing. And Bosco's angle is going to be more along the lines of anything that have to do with like business opportunities, how to make a buck, smuggling, that kind of a thing. Diplomacy.
Okay. So predicated upon his, business skills, the nature of the questions that she's asking definitely point more towards a potential hostile takeover. If they were legitimate businesses.
Did she tell us anything about herself?
Nope.
And did she make us an offer or of some sort?
She is going to look into the Vandergraaf, try to find out where she's at. And the price is basically for Nim to tell her everything that he knows about Hobbs's businesses.
Well, again, I think Bosco will be trying to shoot for an angle here without giving away anything. So, trying to go like for diplomacy type skills and kind of propose that we are looking for some information. I don't know if Nim had already mentioned this. And that's why, we took the job from Hobbs. However, if she's able to help us gather a certain information, then for the right price, we'd be able to help her with her goals.
Yeah, we're in the process of that.
Yeah, so if that's what you're doing, that's kind of what he would think about doing.
All right. So those of you who are outside, which would be Daryl and Loophole, you guys are loitering, basically, just sitting there, chilling out, keeping an eye. You're going to have seen multiple surveillance droids and probe droids and stuff like that all over. But in between, roughly not quite equidistant, it's like actually a little closer to Loophole than it is to Daryl. Actually, I need to double check on the map that you guys can actually see one another. Well, based off the placement right now, apparently probably not. So I have to relocate somebody.
I think we had decided that I would go somewhere like down the alley. So I don't know if I still have eyes on Loophole or not.
Yep, that actually works well because this is an alley issue. You will actually hear Daryl, the sound of a scream emerging from another nearby alley.
Okay. Can you ping where?
Well, the map's not particularly super awesome with that. Let's see, hold on.
Did we establish a scale on this map, or I think we
No.
established that there was not a correct scale here?
Lesser mechas, right?
Okay. Can I determine We're talking male, female,
Sounds
android. Sounds male. Hmm. Oh, let's see. Am I curious? No. No, not curious. I am selfless.
There you go.
Let's see.
You are altruistic and self-sacrificing. You don't have to be.
I decide to go check it out. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So it's like you just get over there to the corner and just even glancing around, you'll see that there are 3 figures who are definitely beating on a 4th.
Again?
Okay. Are these humans? Other racial?
The person that is being beaten on doesn't look human, but you think the other 3 are, and they are all wearing at least a little bit of armor, such like that. So they have that distinctive air of bounty hunter.
Ah.
Ah.
And you will hear one of them as he literally pulls a blaster. He doesn't shoot it, but he pulls it, and he's like, "You're going to tell us what we need, or you're going to end up face down in this rain."
Ooh. Well, now, Daryl is actually going to listen in.
All right. So the guy who's being beaten is like, "I don't know nothing. I don't know anything. Stop."
And what's the response?
A couple of well-placed kicks.
Okay. So, Loophole, does he see me kind of move?
You might be out of sight of him.
All right. Well, I will start heading up the alley. Kind of like that scene from, let's see, Moonraker, when Jaws is like moving up the alley in disguise. I hopefully look terrifying. Weird.
It's been so long since I've watched those, and I did not like the Roger Moore movies, so I don't remember that. Wow.
I hope you start chewing the telepheric. I really hope you do something like that.
Now I have an image of Daryl with metal teeth.
Okay, so they're definitely going to, unless you were trying to be stealthy, they're going to definitely at least one of them is going to be like, see you approaching and then alert the others. Like, this doesn't matter to you. Oh wait, you're probably in some sort of disguise since you want to avoid being seen as a Wookiee.
Yeah, that's right. Can he avoid being heard as a Wookiee?
Yeah, not talk.
So Daryl is not going to say anything. Daryl is simply going to keep walking forward. And yeah, I should have brought a doomsday cloak.
Hey, I suggested a disguise up before.
Did you? Oh,
Yeah, put a
I
link
guess you
in.
did. Crap, it doesn't let me do that. I remember those guys. Whoops. That was in Rogue One, wasn't it?
Yeah. Don't think they've appeared anywhere outside of that either.
Well, that's fine. So is he trying to intimidate them?
I think so, physically.
That probably makes sense. Okay, so let's see. May attempt to intimidate up to 25 people at once at -1 to skill per 5 people or fraction thereof. So that'd be at -1.
All right, and size has no impact.
Yep.
That's a really good point, doesn't it?
It does.
Okay, so I think it just gets rid of the -1 then, right?
I guess it would.
Yeah, so it's going to be a straight up intimidation roll, unless you do something else to, ramp it up.
Obviously,
let's
has
see
to be
here.
unvoiced.
It doesn't have to be.
All right, so +1 to +4 for displays of strength, bloodthirstiness, or supernatural powers. All right. Is there
What's
anything
his
that
strength?
Drill? Is there anything Drill can pick up?
I'm certain that this is an alley on the side of a docking bay. There's probably all sorts of junk, and you're in the slums.
So Drill wants to find something sizable. He's got a strength 15.
Oh, he's like a little weenie.
So with 15,
Wookie.
so with 15, I could do a two-handed lift of 360 pounds, or a one-handed lift of 90, or shove knock over 540 pounds.
That's somewhat.
I want to
significant.
find something big, and I want to like hurl it and kind of point as if to say scram.
All right. So go ahead and give me a strength test to make sure you don't embarrass yourself. Damn, I was hoping you were going to embarrass yourself.
My back. Oh,
That'd be totally my luck right there.
And
Punch.
oh, I got a sliver off this crate.
Okay, so he picks up this really heavy thing and he chucks it. Let's see, what is that gonna be? +1, +2. I know. It's plus. Hold on. What did it say? It's +1 to +4. So it's apparently give you a +2 bonus because that was a little scary.
All right, so +2 all in.
Yep.
Okay. He's not great at intimidation.
Oh
But
wow!
today he
But
is.
some days.
By 7 is pretty good. So the thing that you threw, it hit the wall next to him with a very loud clang, and that clearly disconcerted them quite a bit. And you just sort of do your get lost gesture, and let's see here. Hold on. Oh, wrong. I should have had this out already. Bad job, Phil. Bad.
Potential combat situation.
So it's like one of the hunter that had already drawn his weapon. He starts to aim, at you, and one of the others very quickly grabs his arm and says, "No, you moron! The imps will hear it." And the two of them, the other two, the two that didn't have the weapons, are going to basically drag the guy who had drawn his pistol away, out of the alley, leaving this dude on the ground whimpering.
All right.
The guy with the pistol is like, "I'll remember you," even though he has no idea what you look like under your disguise.
All right. I go over to the guy who's whimpering and see what's what.
Did we actually have a local rep?
No, not really. I did look into that, and what is it? I discovered in social engineering they have organizational reputation, and I'm probably gonna read into that a bit more. But it looks like that was like limited to -1 to +1. I'm like, really?
I guess that kind of makes sense.
So this thing is very clearly a Snivian. How do I get rid of? Crap. I'm gonna have to share it, even though you don't know his name yet.
Oh, those guys.
Okay. Would Darrell have any understanding of whether he could show this thing that he is a Wookiee and what its reaction would be?
Well, I don't see any reason why. I think Wookiees technically have two conflicting racial disads in this era. They have the social regard respected, and then the social stigma because they're subjugated.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
don't think the subjugated would work or come into play with this guy because he's not an imp. But the social regard probably would because people, hey, Wookiees are honorable.
All right.
Unless you're an imp.
So I'll kneel down and kind of pull back my hood to reveal my Wookieness, and I will.
Oh God! Please don't eat me.
I'll bark something about calm down and well, what was this all about? He might have no idea what I'm saying.
And in fact, he looks at you and says, "What?"
Yeah, he's no good to you. Just eat him.
Yeah.
That does
I
bring up
start
an
to-
interesting question: is who actually can speak Sherwook?
Nim has a translator.
I know Luck could speak it.
Bosco has it broken.
Yeah. So
I know
half
nothing.
of the party are like, I have no idea what he's saying.
Yep.
All right. So I'm just going to pick him up and brush him off and accompany him back to my my spot.
Thank you.
Can we spend those of us that are on our grace period? Can we spend points during the session?
Lame.
Loophole wants to become wants to be able to speak to Darrell.
Certainly. It's it's within the grace period.
That's such a good idea, Ronky. I think I'm going to copy you with that.
That's wildly
And suddenly
appropriate.
everybody speaks to him.
It's wildly appropriate considering Nosh is going to be gone for like 2 months now.
Also
So
that.
everybody's like, "Hey, I can finally understand Drill. Where did he go?"
We'll all surprise him all at once. Look what we've learned while you were away.
Indeed.
Somebody came in there and said, "Hey, we understand you now," and it shocked him so bad he goes into a coma. Yeah, I figure at least for in Loophole's case, since Luck already spoke it or understands it, it probably makes sense that the 336th Attack Battalion was trained in it. Like maybe they were dispatched to Kashyyyk or they worked alongside Wookiees for a time. Since we now have 2 people who are like that. Right, so this guy this Snivian is like, looking at you, super confused. He doesn't know what's going on. He's not sure if you're wanting him to stay here. Is he a pet now?
I just indicate with my big hand to stay put, and I'm gonna see if I can get Loophole's attention.
You probably have Tom.
Ah, yes, of course. So I'll call up Loophole.
What's up, big fella?
I found somebody who was getting beat on in the alleyway, but he doesn't understand Wookiee.
Beat on by who? Is it important?
That's what I want to find out. He might know something.
Let's see.
I'm actually a little surprised at how few PCs in this have curious. I think it's 1.
I'm curious.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking there, Giger. It's like, how did that happen? It's usually everybody has some version of curious.
All right, so Loophole will say, all right, it'll have to be quick. Can't leave this spot unattended for too long. So Loophole will head there quickly.
And in that moment, the ninjas attack. Loophole could have saved you all, but no.
It's ninjas. Loophole couldn't have done anything. They would have been in out and killed you all before Loophole even knew it.
Ninjas are not a problem. A ninja is a problem. That lovely inverse ninja rule kicks in. Yeah, so this guy, you get over there where Darrell is standing, and this fellow is standing there next to him, and he's quite a bit smaller than he is than the Wookiee. He's probably what is that, like 5 foot tall?
Yeah. Not quite size mod -1.
Yeah, it's like right on the verge of that, and he's bruised and bloodied and a little beaten up. And, well, I guess that's goes with bruised and bloodied.
Well, Loophole will do a little bit of a situational awareness. He'll check sort of both ends of the alley to make sure that there's no one, potentially coming or anything. And then he'll say to Darrell, what is it you want to know? And then Loophole will translate anything that Darrell says.
Why were those? Why were those guys beating on you?
Whoa, you can understand him. That's kind of amazing.
I speak his language. That doesn't mean I understand him.
It's like, yeah, they thought I knew more information than I actually did, and I may have led them on a little bit by possibly maybe saying I was an info guy.
Information about what?
Oh, they're looking for that major.
Do you know anything?
Well, maybe.
Maybe Loophole starts roughing him up. No.
That's a good thing.
It's like this guy's getting beat up. He's like, man, what's happening?
Every time I mention the major, Wookiee's pulling my arms off.
Do you know anything about this major?
Well, maybe a little bit. I mean, she was here. I actually did see her, honest. I didn't know where she went, though.
You
However,
mean
I will be
here? What do you
happy-
mean here? In the slags?
Here.
Or
Here.
at the hotel?
Yeah, when he says here this time, he does actually, gesture towards the hotel thing.
When was this?
A couple days ago, which tracks with the timeline. Don't think she stayed here for very long.
So you saw her leave again?
No, but her room was empty when I broke in. I mean,
Hey, it's okay.
And
I don't mind.
yeah, I put my hand completely around his head and just encourage him to talk more.
We all
Very
got to make a
sadly.
living somehow.
like, oh man, I'm gonna get beat up again, aren't I? I heard Wookiees tear people's arms off.
Loophole will go. They've been known to do that. Did you steal anything? Did you find anything good? What room was it?
Sadly, no. It was down on the bottom. Is like one something.
Show me.
Okay. He is going to be not going back towards the front, but more towards. I guess it'd be closer to the rear, and we'll point to where he very clearly says, like, okay, I climbed over there.
So that's the room? The one that has those barrels underneath the window?
Yep.
And you sure about that? You're sure it was her room?
Like I said, I saw her in there briefly.
What's his name?
Oh, my name's Puggles Trodd. Weird Star Wars names.
I look at Loophole and say, well, do we let him go or make a new friend?
Loophole has no. Let me see. Loophole is mostly indifferent at this point.
Um, so I will ask, what was your interest in the Major?
I wanted to steal from her. Her clothes were
No.
clean. They was like covered in shit like ours.
No, I mean, how did you realize she was anybody of importance?
I've seen her on the holovids.
And you just happened to like see her walk into this hotel?
No, I may have been casing the hotel out. I happened to see her in the hotel room.
All right. So he tells us which room it is?
Yep.
And you didn't steal anything from the room? You don't want me to have to pick you upside down and give you a good shake now, do you?
He sort of hems and haws and, finally admits that, well, yeah, he did take, some credits and this, and it's like, it's also got like a comm link, but it looks like it's been deactivated. Expertly, even. Maybe smashed.
And it's like an Imperial comlink.
It is absolutely an Imperial comm link.
Could you get us into that room?
Sure, as long as you don't tear my arms off. There's probably somebody in there now.
Who would be
Well,
in there?
If you tear his arms off, he'll fit easier.
Well, the front hollow said there's no vacancies, so
Well, when were you in there?
a couple days ago.
And how did you know there was nobody in there when you went in?
She may have been in the refresher when I snuck in.
Ah. All right. So then I look over at Loophole again and say, well, do we let him go or?
I think
Damn it! Now
Loophole will say, "Look, I don't think there's any need to rip his arms off this time."
Yeah, there's
but
totally no need for that. I'm totally naval in it.
If he's useful, then maybe we could use him.
I agree. I pat his head somewhat gently.
Yes,
Well,
I
Puggles,
can be useful.
Can you go find out who's in that room right now?
Okay, I can try.
We'll wait for you here.
All right. So he will scramble over there and climb up to the window. The Wookiee probably wouldn't need to do much climbing there. And he starts fiddling with the window with some stuff he's extracted from his jacket. And he sort of cracks it open and looks in there, and then very quickly scrambles back over there. Yeah, it's some people. I don't recognize them.
Imperial people?
No, they just look like slaggers.
But the Major? You didn't see the Major?
No.
All right. Darrell, Darrell is going to reach into his man satchel, and he's going to pull
It's a
out.
purse.
He's going to pull out. Would 100 credits be awesome?
Yeah.
Maybe not awesome. What was the
All right.
bribery?
270 for a +1 for a day's income.
That's
Yeah, 270.
probably that's probably a normal person. This guy is clearly below that. He's
So
not status
struggling.
Yeah.
So struggling's half, I think, half starting.
That's about right then.
All right. I'm going to give him 200 credits and say, you never saw us, but I may have need of your services in the future, my little friend.
So this will be really funny. Is he will be taking the money, and he's like looking, and you're talking, and he's looking at you, and he's like, okay, and then he promptly turns his head to Loophole and says, "What did he say?"
Loophole will translate. And then
I
Loophole
can
will
totally
add,
be of use.
where can we find you?
Oh, well, that's a bit harder. I'm all around.
Yeah, he'll be peeking into your window wherever you are.
I'm sort of in between homes right now.
Loophole will think about a landmark that is kind of untrafficked that people would likely know about, and he'll say, because there's martial law, so I assume that after a certain time, curfew kicks in.
Yep. Dang it. I didn't mean to hit that. Right. I should take it off of ping mode if I'm going to click on things.
All right, so Loophole will suggest this place, and he will say, if you have any information, I want you to go to this place, and he'll give a time that's within the or outside the curfew period, where it's where people are getting about, so it's easiest to move unnoticed through the city or through the slags. If you have anything interesting, if you hear about the Major, or if you hear bounty hunters talk about the Major, or any information at all like that, be at this place at this time, and it'll be worth some credits for you. But the information has to be good. And I suggest that you avoid talking to bounty hunters. We won't always be around to save your butt.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, that's probably true.
And like in a Benny Hill episode, I just start to gently tap him on the back of his head and send him on his way.
And he will limp away.
Loophole will watch him leave, and he'll sort of ask Tyrell, the people that were roughing him up, what did they look like? He just
Eh,
wants brief description.
generic bounty hunters. They ran pretty fast when I tossed something heavy at them.
It didn't sound particularly professional either.
So then Loophole will just watch him walk away, making sure that there's no one that sort of is paying attention to him as he leaves.
And Darrell says, "He's rough. I think we could make use of him. I mean, we need someone of that caliber, if you know what I mean."
Well,
You could feed
we'll
him to
see.
the Barabels to distract them.
We'll see what he turns up. Anyway, we still have people inside the hotel. Return to your spot. Keep an eye out. And
I am in my spot.
Well, keep a lookout then.
You guys are relocated, though.
Then Loophole will return to his spot.
And behind him, gently, the Wookiee's just chuckling.
Right. Okay, so inside, I think Nim is probably getting kind of tired because she's Tigar has asked a bunch of questions.
Yeah, so they gave it over to a family of knights. They've already started redecorating. Looks like a Huttese brothel now. Pod'd be rolling in his grave if he weren't vaporized.
And she's like, okay, well, I think that about covers everything. Let me check, and picks up her pad comp and double, clearly looks at some stuff to see if there is like, okay, so it would appear based off of my my droid scans that the major is not in the slags.
That's interesting.
You're certain she's here? She came here.
That's the information we had.
Yes. Well, that particular droid is very, very good at finding people and identifying them, and her biosignature is not appearing.
Well, there's going to be a lot of disappointed bounty hunters around here.
Yes, I suppose. She is going to then stand and make a quick gesture to one of the bearables that have been standing over there, and it's going to come over there, closer, and she says something in the clearly the bearbell language, lots of hissing and clicks, and it sort of nods and heads out, and she's like, I believe that will conclude our work for now. I will give you a way to keep in contact or get in contact with me again should you more information about Mr. Hobbs's stuff or business interests come up.
Well, do let us know then if you hear something about the Major.
I will ensure that I do so.
Then we have a deal.
Very good. Out of curiosity, What exactly did Hobbs want you to do?
Well, I'm kind of embarrassed to say that he wanted us to kill those two.
Well,
Nothing personal.
I really didn't want to.
clearly he is more recalcitrant than I had expected.
I don't know that word, but I think it's appropriate.
What do you mean? Isn't Nim? Nim's got an 11 IQ. He's not dumb. Although maybe that's appropriate. People don't use recalcitrant that often. Right. Well, it was a pleasure meeting you. And with that, she's including Bosco and Red as well. I do hope we can work together again in the future peacefully.
Sure.
And then one of the bear bells will show you out, like a butler, a lizardy butler. And up close, they smell like very large lizards.
Kind
Yeah,
of like
that
you,
is
Nim.
not pleasant.
And well, that will be the end of that. You will be able to exit the hotel. Nobody died. Nobody got shot. There were no explosions.
Damn it. So boring.
Loophole will
We'll
inquire.
get there.
What happened?
She gave us a bit of alpha.
Did she give us any useful information?
She was able to say that the Major isn't in town.
Right.
Bill will growl.
Well, it happens that a couple of days ago, she was actually staying in this hotel. We encountered
It's
a
probably worth.
charming little fellow in the alley who said he saw her.
We're making all kinds of friends.
You have friends everywhere.
Indeed. I was going to say, did they not have the traffic lockdown?
Yes, with regards to the ships.
Okay, so she won't have been able to take a ship out of town without being noticed.
Yeah, but as you guys are aware, there are ways to sneak out of the city.
Rigel,
Yep.
with my knowledge of, I don't know, I'm thinking electronic operation sensors, would I be able to make you know, hypothesize that the sensors could have been tampered with?
What sensors?
In theory, that droid went and, looked for her signature there, and he didn't find her.
Oh.
But that doesn't mean she's not there,
Yeah, I mean it's entirely possible. Yeah.
So I raised this concern, just because the droid didn't find her doesn't mean she's not here.
With regards to Darill and Loophole, don't forget you also have a smushed comlink.
Uh-huh.
We also managed to get this. No doubt, it's the Major's comlink.
And we know which
Probably
room she
don't.
was staying in.
We probably don't want to turn this on, but could be useful. Yes.
That sounds like a loophole deal.
Maybe. I think it's probably got to be repaired first. I don't know if anyone has repair communications.
I have
Loophole's
electrician.
going to get lucky. Well, actually,
I have.
I'll ask before I use my luck.
Yeah, I've got.
With
Go
the
ahead.
comlink, if repaired and working, does it have like a buffer? Does it record, its last location, like working location? Does it have, messages or anything like that that could be stored?
I think so.
Okay, well then I will use my luck to learn that info.
Just one thing. No, actually, roll first. Sorry, I'm interrupting.
So I'll take the succeed by 3, and Loophole will then say, well, if I can repair this thing, then we might be able to get some information from it. There might be something still stored in its memory buffer.
And Darrell does have electronics repair communications at 13.
Yeah, sounds like you guys are easy peasy.
Yeah, I guess we got that covered.
It's like clearly you guys have had some issues with communication. So it's like, damn it.
Then Loophole will sort of hand it to him. Go to work on it.
Okay.
If you need any help,
Okay.
let me know.
Well, I definitely don't want to muck this up, so I will happily take extra time and any help I can get.
You'll need to probably return to the hideout, which probably makes sense because it is getting later in the day.
Yeah, it's probably time to go back.
And as you are heading in that direction, you will hear the distinct sounds and hoots of rain alarms.
Oh shit.
So overhead, there are multiple of the force screens start snapping on. You can see some of them are fizzling out and not quite coming on all the way or such like that. And people in the streets are desperately rushing to get inside right now.
As are we.
Loophole will find some shelter, make sure that his rebreather is fitted properly. Put the hood and poncho over him properly, and he'll wait until he can see that the 4 screens have stabilized. If they haven't stabilized, he'll navigate the streets via those bits that are not being rained on.
I'm assuming we're not close enough to the warehouse to take shelter there. What is the closest usable shelter for us?
You could rush it.
Well,
But we need to.
yes.
Is this a risk we need taking now?
Acid rain? Yeah.
Yeah, it's sufficiently close that you can probably get there without any major issue. But you will be definitely moving faster than a normal walk.
Right. Yeah, we should be pretty familiar with the timing of it, I guess. So we'll know if we can make it or not.
Yeah, I don't think anybody is slow. So I think the slowest speed is 5, but probably plenty of time to get there. Although by the time once you do get there, some of the rain is going to have started coming down. Then since it is like near dusk, the horse screens up there start like just dancing, almost like it looks almost like a fireworks display as the rain is hitting the force field. It'd almost be pretty.
Except you don't want to look up and catch it right in the eye.
Exactly. So you will be able to return to the underground lair. It's a lair.
I always wanted a lair.
And it sounds like Darryl is doing some comlink repair.
Yes.
Is there anything else anyone is wanting to do in this time?
Not particularly.
I think the only thing we have to work with right now is possible sneaky escape routes out of town. We can sort of catalog that and figure out how we can potentially see where she might have left from.
Well, she
Bit of a
left 2 days
stretch, but
ago.
yeah, it was a couple of days ago. She would have been at the hotel, so it probably whatever route is closest to the hotel.
Darrell will take. How long would 4 times the normal time take?
Let's see. So let's say that
I think
just
each attempt is 1
regular.
hour.
Is it?
I believe so. Let's just check the basics of it.
It says that time, or at least in the thing I have on Fantasy Grounds, is like it's up to the GM.
Yeah, but there's that section in basics that about gadgeteering and repairing stuff.
Ah,
484.
I hope you didn't pull that out of memory. If you did, what the hell, dude?
I just happened to land there. Half an hour for minor repairs. Major repairs, artifact reduced to 0 or negative hit points, requires spare parts. The cost, blah, blah. I guess that's still a half hour.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So half hour for regular test at +0, and you're looking at 4 times.
Yeah.
No,
It'd be
wait,
like 2 hours.
is it 4 times or?
2, 4, 8.
Okay, so you're going for the +2.
And
Yeah.
the comlink, they cost less than 1,000, so you also get a +1.
+3.
So there you go.
All
By
right.
God, if you can't make that, that's really rotten luck.
That really is. Here we go. Electronics repair.
18.
Communication.
Wow.
Martin Fritt. Wow. Okay.
You managed to find everything that's in the or salvage all the memory buffers.
Oh, look. All they did was smash the case.
Yeah, that's totally what it probably. This thing is actually probably still functional now, because you're like very discreetly taking this thing off, and it's the whole. If you remember back in the day, they used to do this all the time on like television shows where somebody's like, "I need to smash up the computer," so they shoot the monitor,
Uh-huh.
and it's like, uh. All right. So you spend 4 hours or so working on that, and
Loophole will
one.
say, be careful when turning it on. If there's like tracking in communicators and stuff, Loophole will just remind Darryl, don't turn it on while you're here.
Okay.
Or
So with that in
unless he
mind,
disables that tracking thing.
yeah, I was going to say with that in mind, after you point that out, since he got a margin crit on this repair thing, I'm going to say he disabled that.
If Darryl had an eyebrow, or he could see the eyebrow going up under all that hair.
Okay. So yeah, it is repaired. And any tracking software has been effectively disabled.
Well, what can we learn from it?
Nice work, big guy.
The first thing you will definitely note is, yeah, this is probably hers, because there are several.
Because her initials are on it. Damn it, that critical success came into effect.
It cut out on me.
Mhm.
Stupid thing. Yeah, definitely hers. There are at least 2 messages that are still in the unsent buffer. One of which is basically her attempting to reach out to Moff Panaka on Naboo, where she was clearly, using the comlink to transmit to something else to try to send, or she's recording it, or something like that. The other does seem to be arranging something because I said unsent, not unsent, but in the sent buffer. But whatever it is that she is arranging, it is in some kind of code.
Do we have anybody that does crypto?
It's an
That's a
Imperial
good
code.
question.
It's an old one, but it still checks out.
I don't have cryptography.
Actually, I don't know if we did have anybody that had cryptography.
No cryptography.
Is there a default?
Maybe. That might be for Red to do. With his ridiculous IQ.
Cryptology -5. That's the default.
So you'd have it at an 11?
Oh my god.
Yeah. I mean,
Loophole
if
would
it's
have
just
it at
IQ.
5.
Yeah, I think Red wins on this one.
Yeah. Let me just check one thing really quickly.
Said it's -5.
Yeah.
No. I said it's mathematics, cryptology -5. I don't think that defaults to IQ straight. I don't think we can do yeah.
Yeah, no, I just put it in chat. It's math -5. Who maths well?
So, more specifically, it's, well, yeah, I guess you can.
Still probably Red, but yeah, that's the best we got, I guess.
I have single-minded. Let's see if this can help. I don't think it can, right?
There's no reason that wouldn't help.
That would give me like a plus 3, I think.
Yeah, but I
Hold
think you're
on.
probably right that that's not going to default to
Yeah,
IQ
I
straight.
don't think so. I don't think
Well,
so.
you can
It
always
would have
take
to
extra
be-
time.
Right, but if there's no default that he has
Yeah.
access to, then he can't do it anyway.
No,
Well, does he
I
not
mean-
have
can't.
mathematics?
Mathematics applied. It defaults
Yeah,
to mathematics, crypto something or other.
Yeah, and you can't double default.
Cryptology. I didn't realize there was a mathematics cryptology until now. And according to the mathematics skill, you must specialize.
Yep. So unfortunately, my brain is tied.
Okay, well,
Let's see.
we
Okay,
used
so
to
we've got,
we used to have a droid for this.
I actually looked at the droid, and it didn't have. I don't think it had the appropriate
Did it
skills
not?
either.
That's where we
No.
bumped into this.
It had hacking and programming and stuff like that. Doesn't actually have mathematics or cryptology. No, I think we did, but we ended up punting it to like Kalen Bree or something like that because we didn't have the capacity or capability to break it.
Yeah, I was just thinking about he might be the only contact we have that could do it. Okay, well, progress.
Indeed. And that was 4 hours.
Thought it was 2.
30
Yeah, I
minutes.
thought it was half hour.
30 minutes. Yeah. All right. Well, the sun is definitely down at this point.
I mean, we could still look into the possible escape routes. Obviously, we're going to have to be doing that by looking at a map, not going out.
Yeah. I
think of
strongly
anything
suspect
else.
you guys would have a really good map of the slags. Oh, wait, this is Star Wars. You do not have a map of the slags. You got a nice hollow.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to like float above the table and you can rotate it and twist it and zoom and stuff.
And wave your hands around in an empty space.
Exactly. But yeah, you will probably be able to identify the 3 or 4 most likely exit routes that are that close to the hotel complex. Hell, you've probably used some of them.
Mm-hmm.
Hell,
Are
you
these
probably used some of them
exits-
before you became an insurgent.
Are these exits patrolled? Do they have like a Imperial squad or whatever manning these exits?
If they did, they wouldn't be sneaky exits.
Yeah, at the actual exits, like an actual highway or whatnot out where what Giger was referring to is like like more smuggler routes out of the city. Like you get into this building, go down into the basement, and it has one of those big drainage tunnels. that kind of thing.
So, assuming we pick a likely suspect there, does anybody have any ideas how we would find out if she took that route?
Bosco has smuggling. I don't know if I could do something with that.
Hmm.
He
That
would
probably
probably
would
know.
help.
I have to
Yeah, I
look
don't
up
think
this.
I can help you with that.
Well, I would assume that these smuggler routes are not known by the Imperials, so whoever's helping her would have known about these. Because if the Imperials knew about them, they would have some troopers watching them.
So, find out
So
who was
there's-
helping her.
Yeah, we could try and find out who's helping her get out. So that would be streetwise amongst smugglers and the sort.
Which has probably been oversaturated by bounty hunters asking the same questions.
And it is now the evening where the imps are definitely like, if you're not in your house, we're gonna find out who you are and maybe
Yeah,
give you a new house.
Obviously not meeting anybody in person for a while.
That actually does remind me. I wanted to look up contacts.
Am I missing any other info we got? So we got the encrypted comm, we got the hotel room. It sounded like that was her room.
Are you taking notes?
I am not.
Maybe open a public note.
Well, you could do that. I have a thing about note taking.
Ugh.
I just like it. Was it
Did you guys see the pop up?
was there a pop up?
Yeah, that told me a new note had been created.
No, we did not.
Oh,
I did not.
interesting.
Is that just a GM thing?
I have no
Probably.
idea.
Sounds like.
It's probably part of the new notifications thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna add an item and see if we see anything.
I've been seeing pop-ups
Record
like when
added.
people
Player
chat.
note successfully added.
We don't see that.
Interesting. Now I know something new.
Guess that's useful.
Record deleted.
Right. So, hotel room, encrypted comm, possible escape route. I don't think we had identified who she was meeting with here. That's something we could potentially get to.
The encrypted comm had 2 messages in the buffer, one of which is in code. You haven't been able to penetrate that, and the other one was clearly a transmission where she's trying to reach out to the moth, and it's basically simply it's like Moth Panaka. We met blah 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 at this place. I have been accused of crimes that I have not done, and blah blah blah. And please assist me. She does reference in that a thing from her career on Naboo. the Naboo pacifications. Which looks like it happened the year after the Empire was formed. I think the other thing that you were going to add was multiple secret escape routes.
Right.
Now we see why Brian didn't want to do it, because he can't spell. And the only other thing that I can really think of that you do have is Mistress Tigar said that her droid reported that the Major's biosignature was not in the city.
Right. Yeah. So we knew she was out. And the hotel room was 2 days ago.
Yes, which is when she went on the run.
Oh, that was the day that the whole thing went down.
Yep.
Okay, so she was in the hotel room 2 days ago. She is gone now. All right, well, so based on what we currently have, we can try to find out who else went to that hotel room, assuming she had a communication there. We could find somebody to decode the message, and we could potentially talk to smugglers who might have helped her get out and in. So that's 3 things we could potentially do. But probably not until tomorrow. Miss anything?
Was that me?
Anybody, I guess?
Can't
Non-specific.
think of anything.
Right.
Looks good.
Moving on to next date.
Okay. What was the time that Loophole was potentially checking that place for Puggles?
Oh, right.
So it was just Loophole was just going to do a time that the city is relatively busy, so you can move through the streets and stuff, and not stand out. And he'd go to that particular location where there's not a lot of people around at that spot. It's sort of overlooked. So whatever time that is the time that he gave.
Okay.
Just occurs to me, I wonder if Star Wars actually has weekends. I mean,
Doesn't look
obviously
that
the
way.
weekends, but
Reminds me of Downton Abbey. I don't know if you've seen that one.
nah.
It's very funny.
Okay. So, morning arrives. It is prime of day 11/1.
Yep. That double GM icon is going to bug me now.
I know, right? All right. So, how do we proceed? What are you doing?
Well, I suppose Bosco could look into the smuggler thing since he's got smuggler connections and the skill.
And a contact. Though that guy's a ship captain, not a.
Suppose either Bosco and or Nim could go back to the hotel and talk to the hostess about who might have been in that room. We may still have some goodwill left over. Don't know about the encryption.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. You definitely can ask someone to do that, but maybe a droid? Like
Yeah,
hire a droid or
except we
whatever?
don't have any available here. Guess you go buy a crypto droid
Yeah. How
or
much is
steal
that,
it.
by the way?
Probably not cheap.
Yeah, I wonder. Don't they
Well,
hire those?
Andor gave the impression that droids aren't cheap because they were putting humans to work instead of having droids do it in the prison.
Yeah, I mean, we could, yeah, we could steal one, maybe. I don't know.
Oh, to be fair, it's like a droid for that sort of thing would stand out. It'd be like, hey, I want to buy this code breaking
Well,
droid, please.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Do you do like bundles with assassin droids as well?
Exactly.
Okay, well, I'm willing to move on to the hotel thing.
All right.
That'll free up Bosco to do the smuggler thing.
Okay. Is Nim going by himself?
It would probably be advisable for him to have some backup.
Oh,
I would have
I'm
suggested
not doing
Loophole,
anything.
but he is away at the moment. We could go with Red.
Yeah, I'm not doing anything, so yeah, I'll just back up.
Back me up.
Yep,
Let
back you
Loophole
up.
back up Bosco.
You have my entire support, Nim.
All right.
Um,
Going to the hotel.
all right.
Go ahead.
I mean, I don't know what we're thinking for Bosco. He's got the contacts, and then he's got the smuggling skill, which is an IQ-based skill. You know, he would know where to go, where people would likely go, and he's pretty familiar with Fandine, so that might give us some clues. I don't know.
All right, GM, which one do you want to handle first?
Go ahead and do the hotel really quick.
I will do the hotel. All right, Nim's going to the hotel. Red's backing him up, and we're going to go ask the hostess if she is there. Who might have been in that room?
Oh man, there's no fate die.
And what did we pay her last time?
Pretty nice amount of money.
Yes, I think Nim's going to have to fork it over this time since Bosco's on another mission.
I believe you went with the week's worth of income.
Yeah, I think it was like 2K.
1890.
She might
So
just retire soon.
That'll hurt.
So as before, there's it's pretty full. There's a lot of people coming and going to do various stuff. You will finally be able to get up there to her. It's like you're absolutely going to have several of those people that are in line who are like, yeah,
Uh-huh.
I know that the thing says no vacancy, but can you make an exception for me?
Entitled people, seriously.
He played Hamlet at Cambridge.
Yeah, so Nim will wait until the line clears out up there so he's not having to whisper while he's talking about illicit things.
Okay.
Same hostess working?
Yep. And she still looks tired. You're not entirely sure if she left. You think she left. It's a uniform she's wearing, so make your appeal.
Okay. I will do as before. Same amount. And also using Streetwise. And I don't have the backup this time.
So sad.
Could
It's
I use
probably
fast
fine.
talk to help?
I was thinking about that, but how good are you?
Sorry, I don't think I got it.
How good is he at it?
I have a 15 in fast talk.
Oh, damn, he's pretty damn good. I don't think I need it necessarily.
Sure.
But we'll keep that as a backup plan just in case.
Here if you need it. You have my full support.
All right, so I'm going to make the roll, which is
Wow.
a mediocre roll, but a good result. So basically, he's going to come up to the desk after it's cleared out. Says, "Hey, nice to see you again. I brought that package I told you about, and I was wondering if you could help me with something."
She looks slightly confused at first.
And then the package disappears.
Exactly.
So I was wondering, about 3 days ago, someone in room number.
Like 109.
So they had a visitor at some point in the next couple of days. I was wondering if you knew who that was.
And hold on.
Or anything else about that particular patron.
Getting irritated because I did. Okay. She's like, well, I suppose we can always check and see. And we'll push some buttons, pull some stuff up. And we'll be able to identify. It's like, yes, they had 2 visitors right before checkout.
Ah. What can you tell me about them?
Well, one of them does not have a Fantine ident code, so clearly an off-worlder of some sort. And the other, that's interesting. It doesn't have the records on hand.
Uh-huh.
And she's like, taps a couple more things. She's like, oh, crime was involved. I recognize this. This is and then she like lowers her voice. This is a People-Smuggler.
You don't say.
Yeah, he works for the cantina guy.
Indeed. That wouldn't happen to be Hobbs, would it?
We don't say his name.
Don't we? I say it all the time.
No, I don't want to summon him.
Hobbs that.
I don't want to
He's
summon
not that
him.
scary. Not that I would know. I don't deal with that sort of thing.
Of course not. But she will be able to provide a holo, and the other person that she met it looks like a woman based off of the holo, wearing really really light colored clothes, since the holo can't tell you what color anything is. But
that's right. We had some sighting of some white woman somewhere.
Yep. That was when Bosco reached out to his Novasec contact.
Right. And I don't remember the context of that one.
And I have to remind myself the context as well.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't really give me anything. He just said that, yeah, he didn't know, and that they were being replaced as the security force.
Right, but he talked about the woman in white, and I don't remember what the context of that particular piece of information was.
Damn it! Neither do I. I had it in my notes. I don't want to spend forever trying to find the notes again.
Okay, well, we could do.
I will make a note to make a note.
There you go. So we got that and that.
You may recognize the People-Smuggler. Yeah, I mean, you probably don't. Nim probably doesn't know his name, but he would recognize this person by sight. Yeah, he's
somebody that works for
he's
Hobbs.
The equivalent of a coyote who does work for Hobbs. So now when Hobbs said, "Yeah, I may know where she's going."
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
well,
I
that
have
makes
my
sense.
notes. I have my notes, but I don't quite understand what I meant when I wrote them. But I said rigged her place. He said rigged her place to blow, kill 4 stormtroopers. I think we were talking about Vandergraaf trying to get off planet. She was reaching out to old contacts. None wanted to help her. Coordinating with pale woman, white hair, white clothes. Nova Sec no longer has presence in the slags. That's all I wrote. So
Right. So she's clearly working with the woman in white.
Right. Well, that's a start. Yeah, forgot we had that info. Okay. All right. Well, I think Nim will thank the hostess and say, by the way, I think you got a security problem on the lower floors. You may want to lock the windows a bit better.
Oh, was
Just
it that
saying.
damn Snivian again?
I don't know the details. I just heard it.
So she starts muttering about getting some enforcer droids. All right. Is there anything else you're trying to
No,
learn
that's
from
it.
her? Okay, cool. So I guess Bosco is reaching out to smugglers.
well, I mean, I've only got the one contact for smugglers,
Okay,
not as a group, but just as a specific individual.
right.
And I thought that maybe the smuggling skill could be used kind of like an area of knowledge or current affairs or something like that, kind of a informational type of perspective. Maybe it wouldn't give me any specific information, but might give me like another place to go look.
Looking at the skill, that seems just most focused on physical.
Right. What I'm saying, I mean, you can use the skills in other ways. Like you can use like weapon skills, as an IQ based. In this case, smuggling's already IQ based. Well, whatever. I'm just trying to throw ideas.
Is it better than Streetwise for you?
Let me check.
Probably.
My smuggling is a 14. They're the same.
I'm thinking you could potentially do smuggling as a complement to Streetwise and do it that way, or the other way around.
Yeah, that sort of makes sense. Make the smuggling so you know which part of or which people to talk to.
But yeah, it makes sense that knowing how to coordinate a smuggling attempt would be part of the skill.
And I have a perk called Network in the Know. It
I
helps
actually
you
wanted
find.
to. Yeah, I actually wanted to ask about that. I'm like, where is that from? I don't think I've seen that one before.
It's from social engineering, and it's only works like there's different versions of it, right? The one that I picked is for illegal goods and to find buyers. So I guess I could potentially try to find a buyer, quote unquote, of somebody that she would have been looking for to help her get off planet. I don't know. That's just a thought process or an idea.
So it's in the know.
In the Know.
You have unusually good connections for finding illegal favors or relationships. Okay, that's cool.
Okay, it's a people search.
Yep.
Well, yeah, you could treat this as searching for an individual.
So I'd be able to find, for example, if I was looking for smugglers, I could potentially find smugglers, and then we would
Yep.
go interview them to see if they've been approached by Van de Graaff. So like indirectly, I suppose.
Yeah, that sounds good.
And then I think my contact, where is he at? I don't have a name for him. I gave him the crappy skill. Never mind.
Weren't we coming up with a name for him?
I like that crap. I gave him the crappy skill.
Yeah, I gave him
Well-
like current affairs, headline news.
Oh,
So he might know, like, yep, she's all over the channels, trying to find a way off planet. All right. Do you want me to roll anything?
Yeah, if you're gonna try to activate some contacts, go for that.
yeah. The contact skill is his primary use, but if there are other skills that are relative to that character's career or whatever, I think they can roll against those at like a -2. I don't know what the skill level is actually at. Looks like 12, which isn't much. And the skill level that the contact is at doesn't necessarily represent his actual skill level at his job, but sort of his resources available.
Yeah. So you will reach out to currently unnamed smuggler ship captain, who, when you get him on the comm, he is clearly hungover, and as a result of being hungover, he's a bit surly and irritated, and uh, demands to know if you know why the hell his ship has been locked down and everybody else's ship's locked down.
Well, I suppose it has to do with the same reason why I'm asking. And the Imperials are trying to find her first before we do.
He's like, find who?
Well, I would have told them what we're looking for specifically.
Okay, got it.
That honor among thieves and all that, but yeah.
Right. He's actually moderately confused because he's up here in Hightown, I guess we would call it, the upper levels, where he's stuck, which means it's really expensive. And he hasn't seen anything on the hollow about her.
Well, I make some offhand comment about, well, it kind of shows why yeah, I don't know if I want to say it, why he's, barely making it as a smuggler, if he doesn't even know that kind of basic information. He needs to be more connected.
Yeah, well, he's like, makes the comment. It's like, yeah, well, you'd think something like this would be all over the Fantine news. I'm not seeing any indication of it though.
Oh, you mean like in the media,
Yep.
not like back channels.
Yep.
Actually, that's a good point.
So, how can I help?
Well, I give him my business card. You know where to contact me if you hear anything. Give me a
Okay.
shout, and business as usual. Compensation as usual. As per our SOP.
Well, I may be calling you for a favor if these damned they don't lift this lockdown. You know how expensive it is just to sit on the dock and not be able to leave?
Yep, I know exactly what you mean. All right. Well, I guess that was a bust if you didn't really know anything.
He did provide some useful intel, though.
Yeah, he gave us kind of an angle I wasn't thinking about. So that definitely implies some sort of conspiracy or cover up, or
Shenaniganry.
or what's the other word? Like trying to set her up. For what purpose?
Mm-hmm. Possible tomfoolery.
I wouldn't go that far. Okay, so what is the next thing?
Well, possibly the smuggling streetwise role.
Okay, go ahead and do that. And while you're doing that, Loophole can meander about, maybe check in to see if Puggles is, got any intel.
Yeah, Loophole will sort of go there, but he's not going to be at the spot. He'll be watching the spot to see if Puggles turns up.
All right.
And
So,
Darrell will accompany him.
and Puggles does, in fact, turn up. It still looks kind
Dead.
of worse for the wear.
Well, Loophole will sort of check up and down the streets just to make sure that there's no Imperials that are in the area, and then he'll waltz on over to Puggles.
Who visibly jumps at your approach. Oh, hey, is that deal still good?
It is if your information's good.
Yeah, so I asked around, and do you know who Arno is?
Me?
Loophole will sort of shake his head. No, who's Arno?
Well,
You broke up.
he's this
Yeah.
people-smuggler who works for Old Man Hobbs, and I found out he was in town 2 days ago, and he left very discreetly. In fact, he was over by the hotel.
Arno, has he been seen since?
Nope. I'll be willing to bet he smuggled your lady out.
Do you have any idea where he might have gone?
No, he goes all over the place. He knows these the back canyons like it's a map in his head or something.
You know, that could actually be literally true.
It possibly could be, yeah.
Do you know if Arno ever goes to High Spire or Skyreach?
No, I don't know. Probably. I mean, he goes all over the place.
Do you know how to find Arno?
Find him? No. You could tell old man Hobbs that you want to talk to him, but he's he'll want you to do something for him or.
Does Arno have a friend in town or in the Slags that might know where he's gone?
I don't really know him that well. I mean, he mostly keeps to himself. I can ask around.
Sure, you do that. And how much did we give him last time? 100?
I gave him 200. But I'll kick in some more.
All right, so
Give him a nice heavy pat on the head.
Loophole will give him 200. He'll say, good work. Find out what you can about Arno. And see you here next time.
Sounds good, boss.
Except let's meet, and Loophole will suggest another place similar to this, so Loophole doesn't want to keep using the same place over and over again.
Wow, paranoid much?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, campaign disad. Every session we get -1 points toward paranoid.
That would be really funny. All right. So, with regards to Bosco's smuggling checks, smuggling streetwise check, you were trying to locate the smugglers. Is that correct?
I think at the end of the day, if I could locate the smuggler that she actually contracted with, that would be the end goal.
Okay. So you're going to spend a couple of hours asking around to, in the right areas and such like that. And as with multiple, other clues that you have picked up, you will probably zero in on it, her having probably been escorted out by someone named Arno, who all the other smugglers say is the best and also the oldest. It's one of those where it's like fear an old man and a young man's business.
Okay. Any information that I can get on Arno? Where where
They
does he?
will. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. How do I get a hold of him?
He normally works through Hobbs, but I haven't seen him in a couple of days.
Through Hobbs. Oh, great.
Yeah, I haven't seen him in a couple of days. I figure he's on a job.
Mm-hmm.
And let me look at the results of that. Oh yeah, you did that in the tower. That's good. One of them will say will offer to if you've got contact info, he can ping you if he sees Arno come back in town.
Yeah. I definitely will leave my my digits and yeah, is that all I can pretty much I can do with him, right?
One thing I need you to roll.
You broke up.
I need you to roll 3d6, please.
In the box or anywhere?
Yeah, it can be open. It's fine. Okay. Basically, I was going to see if the reputation triggered, in which case this guy was going to start basically going, "Oh, while you're here, Doc," and it's like, "Oh God, you don't want to talk about the rash."
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'm about to wig out at these people for. I need my damn new mouse.
Just got to get through the day.
Yep, just a little bit more, unless they delay it. Unless they delay it again. Okay, so it's like you guys did some work and got some intel.
We gather and consolidate information.
Well, you got a name.
We got a name. We got another person of interest.
In those notes, is there anything missing?
We're missing the lady in white.
What
I
about
think
the
we need to
lady in
pay
white?
Hobbs.
Yeah, going back to Hobbs is going to be a little awkward.
Well, we're gonna go back with flexing muscles a little bit.
Hobbs has more muscles than we do. Well, to be fair, I am making an assumption there.
So what about the lady in white?
So, what was the deal with her? The Novasec guy ID'd her as working with Vandergraaf. I assume as part of her escape. She was at the hotel. Is that right?
She did show up at the hotel. Yes.
She was one of the people that visited at the hotel. The other one was more than likely Arno.
More than likely.
So I guess that's yeah. And I don't think we've got an ID on her yet.
Not yet. No.
Yeah, I think that was it. Just random thought, what if the lady in white was actually Mon Mothma?
No, it's
She would have no
secretly-
reason to be over here, but
It's actually Tina in disguise.
that would also be funny.
And now I'm regretting not thinking of that beforehand.
Uh-huh.
So she was actually seen at the hotel with the Major.
Yes, she and Arno visited the hotel room that Vandergraaf was staying at. So presumably that was who she was there to meet. Now, given that we know that Vandergraaf is not in the city, her biosignature is not here, we know that that smuggling operation has taken place already. And we had heard that Arno hasn't been back since he met with her, which means he's more than likely lying at the bottom of a canyon.
That's a big assumption.
Well, it is, but I think it's warranted. Call it an educated guess. So, outside of contacting Arno, you'd have to find him first, and he would be unlikely to actually talk about it. Contact Hobbs. Hobbs is unlikely to want to put us in contact with Arno because A, he's not going to want to talk about it, and B, he's not going to want to talk to us.
Can't imagine why.
This little creature we told you about, he's going to try and find who Arno associated with. Maybe he'll turn something up, some friends that might be able to let us know where Arno is, or at least a way to track him down.
Yeah, that's a possible thing. And then the other thread we can pull on is the lady in white, see if we can ID her. I do have holo of both her and Arno from the hotel.
Right. Yeah.
So that's a thing.
I'm trying to get something which I overlooked. I'm like, crap, why didn't I have that already? Whee!
Uh-huh. He looks an awful lot like Sam Elliott.
Huh. Yeah.
Is
I
there
guess
Maya game?
he's totally going to sound like Sam Elliott now.
How do you know what kind of goddamn day it is?
Exactly. what is your next objective and goal? Or plan or something?
We're waiting for Puggles. That's probably going to be tomorrow. We could start looking into the Lady in White. I don't know right off the top of my head where I would begin with that, but that could be a thing for Kalen if he has the ability and is available. I guess since she was helping with a smuggling operation, the Streetwise might turn up something about her.
Possibly. Yeah, Kalen would be probably a good option to at least try for there.
Yeah, one or both of those. I think that's really all our next step.
Right. So have Bosco make the availability thing for Kalen Bree.
Drum roll.
Did we lose him? Did I time out?
No.
FX, you there?
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you now.
Yep.
Oh my God.
Were you pushing the wrong button or something?
I don't know what's going on, to be honest. Okay, hold on. My screen is just kind of frozen.
Oh, well. Yeah, that's a thing.
Hate it when that happens. And
We have an image of the lady in what?
That's why I'm holding off. I wanted to see something because I do have an image, but it has her name on it.
Oh. So something that I have done in those cases is you can actually draw on those images unless you're using assets, in which case you can just put a black box over the name.
Well,
Or put a
Unless you
blue
have the
box.
name in the file name, in which case you need to hide that as well, but you can unidentify that one.
well, ultimately, it's not necessarily going to matter as much. I'm going to share it, but you don't have her name.
Right.
Is that still frozen up on you?
Yeah. Should I restart or do you?
Well,
Can you try
we're
rolling for
almost at
me?
we're almost at time. So what I'm going to probably do is I'm going to skip forward a little bit of time to the since you're waiting to get Puggles, talk to Puggles again, and when Loophole and possibly Darrell go to speak to Puggles the following morning at the location, the first thing that they are going to note is that the streets seem a lot emptier than before. Like, there aren't any real hunters around.
Tumbleweed blows across the road.
Not quite that empty.
And then melts in acid.
Oh yeah. And this particular location that he sort of picked at random, I'm going to say is like the Dockside Cafe, and Puggles is there, and he looks really uncomfortable because sitting across from him is Arno.
Hey, I found him.
And And on that note, we are going to vertical wipe to black. If you're watching or listening to this and have comments, questions, complaints, general heckling, or even very creative insults, feel free to leave a comment here or on Discord or YouTube or wherever we are at the moment. Please consider liking and subscribing to our YouTube or Twitch channels, or don't. I am not your dad, even though I'm feeling kind of dad-like with these technical difficulties. Thank you for watching. Olympus out.
See ya.
Bye bye.
We have
Bye.
to